After a windy start to the week, it was a much calmer day around Denver. We woke up to some pretty cold temperatures, but the sunshine helped warm things back up. That big ball of fire in the sky tends to do that. Our weather impact team is tracking a nice, cool fall week ahead. What a wild day.
Let's hear for the big hot ball of fire in the sky. Woohoo! And apparently there's a comet that may be visible tonight because it is so clear and calm. So that would be kind of nifty as well. I think the big story is just the fact that it's so much calmer today. We're all kind of picking up after that windstorm yesterday. Kim's neighbor found the witch's hat 4 houses down. There you go. And I've heard reports of trampolines where they don't belong and all kinds of fun things like that. So we're all exhaling after what was really a chilly start to the day. We issued the freeze warning and told you got to protect the plants and flowers if you want them to hang on a little longer. 27 at DIA, 24 in Greeley, 30 this morning in Fort Collins. And really it's turned out to be beautiful this afternoon. Just in the last half hour, a few little clouds drifting in along the foothills, but visibility from north to south into southeastern Colorado and Lamar, beautiful. 71 at the studio, 74 in Lamar there, 66 in Eagle, and the wind is a lot calmer. Not calm, but calmer. A little bit gusty over Loveland Pass this afternoon, but I haven't heard any impact from that. This is the weather maker that created the wind and brought that light mountain snow that caught a lot of you off guard. Phil and Kim and I were here Sunday night, and we told you it was going to snow on Monday morning in the northern mountains, and still people were all over the place on the road. And now this system is off to the east of us. But the next storm that could bring mountain snow, write it down, Thursday. So be ready. You're going up I-70. Okay, tonight, no slipping, no sliding, nothing blowing around, just beautiful weather. Coming up, we're going to talk about the timing and impact of the Thursday storm. And then, oh yeah, Kim, Phil, did you guys hear there's a football game on Sunday?
Yeah.
Heard something about that.
Right?
All right, Kathy. We've got a deadly police shooting to tell you about that happened overnight in Parker. Now, officers say they were forced to open fire on a gas station employee who pointed a gun at them. Parker police say they were called to the T-Square gas station on East Main Street just before 10:30 last night after reports of gunfire. When officers got there, they found shell casings in the parking lot and began speaking with the clerk, who they say suddenly became agitated and lifted his sweatshirt, showing a gun in his waistband. Investigators say the man then pulled that weapon out, pointed it at officers who fired, hitting him. He later died at the hospital. 6 officers who were involved are now on administrative leave, which is standard protocol. This marks Parker's first officer-involved shooting since 2017.
Right now, Colorado State Patrol is asking for your help in tracking down a driver involved in a hit-and-run crash over the weekend. CSP says this happened Sunday just before midnight on Highway 285. They say a 40-year-old woman from Denver rolled her truck, then was hit by another car while trying to flag down help. She was taken to the hospital, has serious injuries. The driver that hit her took off. Investigators believe that person was driving a black Volvo with a model year of 2011 to 2014 with temporary tags. Anyone who saw that crash or that damaged Volvo is asked to call CSP.
We have an update for you on a big jewelry heist that happened in Denver.
More people have been indicted and arrested in the case that involves $4 million worth of stolen goods. This happened last year when armed men stormed a shop in northwest Denver. 9 News investigative reporter Jeremy Hola has been tracking this case and has an update on what this new arrest means.
Yeah, you'll remember this video we are about to show and the suspects who've been accused of being members of a Venezuelan gang. Today we can tell you this criminal case really seems to be ramping up with more indictments and another recent arrest. In June of 2024, 9 men, some of them armed, stormed the Joyeria El Ruby shop at 38th and Sheridan. Video captured them loading up duffel bags with gold chains and necklaces. Some of the suspects stormed the back room where the employees were hiding and pistol whipped them. This past week, new court records reveal an additional indictment of 2 more suspects here, bringing the total named suspects now to 8 people. This is the 3rd indictment in this case over the last year, with the latest suspect to be arrested out of Florida just this past month. So far, 7 of those 8 suspects who have been arrested, most of them were caught in El Paso a few days after the robbery. 1 of them, so far, has pleaded guilty. These new court documents also indicate some of the suspects in this case were taking photos of themselves while posing with the stolen jewelry. In all, guys, $4.2 million worth of gold chains, rings, necklaces were taken, but it's unknown how much has been recovered so far. They did recover some of it in a motel room in El Paso, Texas. We'll see what happens with this case. Live in the newsroom, Jeremy Hohola, 9 News.
And of course, once you get that many people arrested, somebody's going to start talking.
Yeah, you have that one guy who pleaded guilty. He is likely working with authorities. We'll probably see more guilty pleas here in the next coming months, I would imagine.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Former Broncos coach Michael Wilhoit was arraigned today on some new charges. He's accused of punching a police officer. This happened at DIA back in February. Court records say Wilhoit left his car parked, in that passenger pickup area at DIA where parking is not allowed. Investigators say a uniformed officer met him when he returned to his car, but Wilhoit pushed and punched that officer. He originally faced felony charges for the incident, but those charges have been dropped down to misdemeanors. His next court appearance is a plea hearing that is set for December 12th.
Right now, crews are working to recover equipment from the small aircraft that crashed Sunday near the Erie Regional Airport. Mountain View Fire Rescue says crews spent the day removing the ballistic recovery parachute that is inside that single-engine plane. Investigators are still trying to figure out how the crash happened. 2 people were killed. They were not residents of Colorado.
So a weather balloon may have caused that cracked windshield on a United Airlines flight that departed from Denver last week. 134 passengers were on the Boeing 737-8 as it was headed to LA last Thursday. It was cruising over Utah when the windshield suddenly cracked, forcing the plane to divert to Salt Lake City. No one was hurt, which of course is the good news, and the plane eventually took passengers to California. A company called Windborne Systems, which works with NOAA on weather research, says one of its balloons likely collided with that plane. The company says it is cooperating with federal investigators and has already changed protocols to keep balloons out of commercial airspace.
Drivers traveling to DIA will now be greeted with a new traffic configuration. The brand new Diamond Interchange on Jackson Gap Street at Pena Boulevard is now officially open. The diverging diamonds shift the direction of the traffic when driving on Jackson Gap to and from the shuttle lots and the rental car facilities. The airport says it's designed to create a consistent flow of traffic with more capacity and enhanced safety by eliminating left turns across oncoming traffic.